In this video, I'm gonna give you the 3 mistakes that people make with their high energy dogs. Mistake number 1, too much exercise. I see it all the time. People with their high energy dogs trying to fix their dog's behavior problems with more exercise. The dog is destroying the house, they need more exercise. They're barking and lunging at other dogs, they need more exercise. They're pulling on the leash, more exercise. Now, don't get me wrong, exercise is incredibly important and there's no excuse not to be exercising your dog every day, especially if you have a high energy breed. However, if your dog has behavioral problems, the solution to those problems is usually not more exercise. Sometimes in training, you need to solve the problem directly. So if your dog is chewing your shoes inside the house, they don't need more exercise. You need to teach them not to chew your shoes in the house. If you're already taking your dog out and they're working for like 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, that is plenty. You probably just need to address the actual problem directly instead of trying to indirectly address it through more exercise. The other reason people think their dog needs more exercise is because they think their dog isn't tired. And this leads me to mistake number 2, not teaching an off switch. So we just got back from an intense play session outside. It's like 90 degrees outside. And this is what he does. All right, so a lot of people will see this and just think, oh, he must need more exercise. He must not be tired. And the thing is, if you have these types of dogs, you know what I'm talking about. This will go on forever, like for hours and hours and hours and hours. It doesn't end. And so he wants to keep playing, but what he wants isn't what he needs. What he needs from me is to actually give him structure and allow him to turn off. So let me show you what that looks like. Out. All done, buddy. All done. All done. Place. I can put this away. Now, most dogs self-regulate. Like when you get back from a 5-hour hike, they're tired and they just get home and they rest and they sleep on their own, right? Most dogs, like when you play fetch for 45 minutes, you get back home and they just rest on their own. But with these types of dogs, you know what I'm talking about. If you have a dog like this, it's like it never ends. You never seem to reach the limit. And the mistake that I made, and I see a lot of people make, is they just feed into it. And it feeds back into that first mistake of more exercise. Oh, he's not tired, he needs more, he needs more, he needs more. They've got like 15 different puzzle feeders, and then they've got the Kong and the bully stick, and then they gotta go out for another 45-minute set, and it's like non-stop stimulation. Your dog is an athlete, and when you're pushing them during the play sessions and they're giving 110%, this puts a lot of stress on their body, and they need time to just recover. So to teach your dog an off switch, how I like thinking about it is I like thinking of the house as just a place of calm. Everybody's calm in the house, right? We're not going crazy. We're not like jumping all over the couches, playing with each other nonstop in the house. Like inside the house, it's nice and calm. Outside the house, that's when we turn on. That's when we get active. That's when he can bring it. It's when we're outside and we're working together. Inside the house, it's calm and we recover. So in order to do this, a couple steps. First step, pick up all the toys and stuff around the house. So if your dog is constantly looking to do stuff and constantly dropping toys in your lap every 5 minutes, pick up all the toys. The second thing I do is I train the place command inside the house. It's a great way to enforce naps and prevent your dog from pacing all around the house looking for stuff to do. It's a great way to just teach your dog how to be okay with doing nothing and just sleeping in one spot. And if you want a step-by-step tutorial on how I train the place command, you can check it out. There's a video up here. You can also do this with a crate. And this leads me to mistake number 3, not having a structured routine. Having a structured routine can be really important for these types of dogs because it allows them to anticipate when it's time to rest, turn off, and when it's time to play, turn on. For example, with Orbit, he's learned that when we're at our desks working, his only option is to sleep, and so he just relaxes. But he's learned that after work, a play session is coming because that's what we do every day. And to do this, it's really simple. Just try to play with your dog around the same time every day, go on a walk around the same time every day, and rest at the same time every day. And within a week, you'll see that your dog starts to settle into their new routine. And a bonus mistake for those of you who made it to the end is not giving your dog a job. I remember when I first got Orbit, I would go on Border Collie Reddit, and everyone on here is always like, your dog needs a job. They need a job. They're working dogs. They need a job. And I was like, I live in an apartment in downtown Seattle. I don't have sheep. I don't know. Like I was kind of stressing about it. But I found out that a job is just a task that your dog does with you. That's it. It's just something you do together. So you could do something like Adeline, one of our members from France. She took Wyatt to his first herding session. Like you can do stuff like this. We've got Chigusa who does agility with both of her German Shepherds, but you can also do something like Frisbee. You know, you could either just do Frisbee for fun in the park, or you could join a club like Priscilla and her Border Collie Jada. Or maybe you want to go on hikes like Vanessa and her German Shepherd Yago. Or maybe you're trying to get into running and you want a running buddy like Lucinda and her dog who just ran their first 5K. Or like Alexandra, who lives on a golf course and she taught her dog Blue how to find and bring back golf balls that he finds in the bushes. You know, like little things like this. These are all examples of jobs, things that you can do with your dog that don't just tire them out physically, but also tire them out mentally. And if you're looking for a good way to start exercising your dog's brain, the best place to start, in my opinion, is just obedience training. And I don't mean like sit in the living room for a treat. Like that's not obedience. I mean like actual obedience that you can actually use in the actual world around actual distractions, right? Like for example, this is Andrew and his dog Penny. When Penny first joined, his dog was reactive. She's barking and lunging at people and dogs. She couldn't take her anywhere. But look at this. This is obedience. She has to think, she has to focus, she has to concentrate for an extended period of time. She has to control all of those impulses. This is obedience training. And it's a great foundational place to start because once you've got this obedience, then you can do all types of, you can go backpacking, you can go hiking, you can go on runs. You've got the world really opens up. Obedience really serves as that core, strong structural foundation. This is our online training community here. We've got almost 700 members, and we give you a step-by-step obedience training blueprint that you follow in order. These are all broken down week by week. These are all video lessons that you complete in order. We've got checkpoints at every week to ensure that you're where you need to be before moving on to the next week. And whenever you get stuck or have a question, you can make a post inside the community to get that feedback, get you unstuck, and keep you making progress. I also do live weekly Q&A calls in here every week. So if that sounds interesting, check it out. It's the first link in the description. I'll see you inside.
Oh, come on. Wow. Good catch, man. Nice catch, man.